first corporate in the show. Dixon is with us.
Well, that's right. Let's focus on Dixon Technologies. Well, the stock has been one of those big outperformers, and this year it's up more than a double, I think, from the start of this year. The stock is among the 7 additions made, making it to the MSCI India August region as well. To discuss the trends, how's growth momentum, we're joined by Mr. Atul Lall, the MD at Dixon Technologies. Hi, good morning, Mr. Lall. Thanks a lot for joining in. Well, mobile segment is going to be the big driver. But the street believes the next big growth driver is going to be the IT hardware sector. Now, analysts are estimating that you start ramping up from the second half of this fiscal, backed by those 2 large customer wins. Throw some color on this. I recall you telling us that the total market or the TAM is approximately 55,000 crores. And I think over the next 6 years, you all are targeting around 48,000 crores. So give us a couple of numbers. FY25, how much of that reflects? FY26, how do you see a ramp up out there?
So undoubtedly, as of now, the biggest trigger of our growth is mobiles, in which we are sitting on some kind of a sweet spot. We have a very large share of addressable market of outsourcing of mobiles. And the next focus domain for us is going to be IT products. In IT products, we are a beneficiary of IT PLI 2 of Government of India. We are setting up a new campus in Chennai, which is expected to become operational by Q4 of the current fiscal. We have committed an investment of almost 250 crores in that campus. We are setting up a capacity in phase 1 of 1 million laptops. And we have already acquired 4 large global brands in our customer portfolio. For some of the brands, the production is expected to start by Q3 of this fiscal, and for remaining in Q4 and Q1 of the next fiscal. So we are expecting a large play in this market. We feel, and that's what we have committed to the government, that we are going to generate revenues of almost 48,000 crores over the next 6 years. This year is going to be slow because it's going to be only the ramp-up phase. But in the next year, we feel that almost 3,500 crores of revenues we should reach. And then year on year, you should keep ramping up. Apart from that, we are also pursuing some large global relationships, which include expanding the product portfolio to servers and to the AI servers. And also, we are completely committed on the backward integration piece, that is the non-semiconductor components, for also IT product, which is an extension of what we are planning to do in mobiles. So that's the strategy, that's the game plan in this particular area.
So, Mr. Lall, just to reconfirm that number from the IT products business, in FY26, it should be around 3,500 crores. And over the next 6 years, your commitment is around 48,000 crores, right?
That's what we have planned.
Right. Mr. Lall, hi, good morning. Prashant here. So the last bit that you said, because some of these numbers sort of we've discussed in the past as well, but I think on the AI side, what you mentioned, is that part of this as well, or that'll be separate? What you're working with? You said you're talking to global companies, etc.
So if you see globally on the hardware side, the AI-based servers is the next in thing, and we feel that the Indian market for these servers, because the data centers technology is going to be revamped, it's going to be more on this side. We are striving and we are planning to take a plunge in this particular product category. That's what the plan is. It's going to be a part of IT PLI 2.
So it's the revenue numbers that you said. This would be a part of that, right?
That's right. That's right.
Okay, so you're talking for tie-ups, etc. for this? Because, I mean, we've had a couple of discussions with data center companies in India, and I mean, the market seems to be exploding, not just with smaller players, but big conglomerates as well, getting their feet wet in this area. So, it's expected to grow very fast. Would you want to be just in the server ecosystem, the server space in that value chain? Just a little bit more detail. And who are you talking to, sir, if you can share those details as well?
So we are working upon getting into the product portfolio of these kind of servers. That's the end we want to work upon. We feel that we need collaborations and partnerships in this. And we are already in discussions with some of the large global ODMs in this particular sector. We are fairly confident that these discussions are going to mature into a relationship. So that's what we are pursuing.
And what about timelines to this project? I mean, what we're discussing, sir, essentially here is servers for AI-ready or AI-enabled data centers. That's what you're targeting, right? So what are the timelines? Maybe is it too early to even ask you about possible revenue here? Or if you could share some plans?
So the discussions with a potential partner are on. I'm optimistic that we should be able to share with you some details on that in a couple of months. The numbers in the business plan in this particular category is also in the phase of discussion. So it's slightly premature to share those numbers, but shortly I think we'll be in a position to do that.
Okay. So let's just
if I can just present one more point, Mr. Lall, things like laptops, etc., are pretty commoditized, right? But I'm not sure. Maybe this also is AI-based servers, etc. Are margins higher for this? I mean, if you can share.
So we feel that the margin should be better. What you're saying is absolutely apt, that laptops and notebooks is largely commoditized. The attempt this time is that right from the beginning of this particular project, we should make an attempt to also try to get into the higher end of the market. And that's what the strive is.
Yeah, exactly. That was my question as well, sir. So even on laptop and notebooks, could you share the margin profile? Is it the same 3.5–4%, which is the typical range for, say, mobile phones? Or is there some variance? What is the margin on the IT product side?
It's going to be similar. On the laptop book side, the margin profile would be similar as mobiles.
Got it, got it. And I mean, just from an academic standpoint, the kind of servers that you're talking about, these AI-ready data centers that you're talking about, there typically, what could the margins, get to?
It's slightly early. It depends upon the localization and backward integration play. It also depends upon the exact product profile. But we feel that definitely the margins profile is going to be better. What exactly that number is going to look like, it's slightly early to share that.
Just give us now, I'm coming back to the here and now. Let's talk FY25 and FY26. If you could give us the revenue projection, because at least the IT products, they'll start scaling up. You're saying third quarter onwards this year, that revenue will start trickling in. So what is going to be the revenue mix for you this year? And what about next year when the IT product line really, scales up?
You see, 24-25, the largest contributor to our revenue is going to be mobile. Almost 70%, 70 to 75% of the revenues are going to be coming from mobile. And also in 25-26, that's expected to be the biggest contributor. And not only the contributor to revenue, also to the revenue growth. In 25-26, as I shared with you, the number is still going to be relatively small. We're targeting around 3,500 crores. Because it takes almost a year and a half to ramp up. The relationship requires a larger share of customers' wallet, acquire more customers, stabilize production, deepen the value addition. So the bigger contributor of IT products in revenue is going to be in 26-27.
Okay. Mr. Lall, on mobiles, we have the number, I think 28 to 30 million units is what you're targeting. Let's focus on a couple of other segments. TV in the first quarter, it was under some pressure. What is the volume target for the TV segment? And also refrigerators, I think you're doing 80,000 units per month. You could correct me on that number. What do you end this year with on both TV as well as refrigeration?
So TV market undoubtedly is slightly subdued. And we are not expecting any growth in that market as far as the volumes are concerned. We are targeting to close at somewhere around 3 million units. A refrigerator has indeed ramped up very well. In the month of August, we clocked a figure of 92,000. And the facility has reached almost 95% of its capacity in its fourth month of production itself. So in that, we have a very, very positive traction.
What is the current capacity? We're looking at adding capacity out there. Given the fact that you're already at 95%, I think it makes sense. So what is the current capacity and where is it headed?
So immediately we're going to ramp it up to almost 1.6 million from 1.2 million. And subsequently, the number crunching is happening to ramp it up to 2.2 million.
All right, Mr. Lall, we'll leave it there. Thank you very much for joining us and running us through some of, your plans in the IT hardware space and, of course, some of the other areas as well.